Hello everyone, I'm Paul and this tutorial is about compare function which was extended in the Gin 2.3. It carries much more information than the previous version, and in the beginning I'll show you what is new and what kind of information it's holding. It doesn't need any settings. To initiate it, just press the compare button after ending the generation and that's it. Before we move on, please subscribe to this channel, click the bell to be notified about new video updates, and you can give it a like. And now let's get started. As usual, I jump directly into the user guide, going through the introduction chapter and see what is new. And here it is. This is the compare extension, part of the Gin 2.3 as a new feature, and scrolling down we can see that in the compare, as this is the button, till the Gin 2.2 the input box had only the column with C, which we could compare only the F column, the first future prediction, and the matches were marked by green in this C column in the input box, and also at all output boxes also by the green color, like the number 35 and number 5 here. Also the wave was presented by the green color at every output box. And newly, since Gin 2.3, the input box is extended for the whole length of the predictions and the past, so we are not comparing only the future rows but also the future predictions, like the P1, P2 and more, depends how long predictions we are controlling. So we have the F column, P1 and more, and it is marked the CF, C1, C2 to CN. Then the color, the matches are marked by different colors. If the number is matched and drawn in the right order, it's marked by red color by default, so like the number 16 here, and you can see it is in the same position, the number 16, and by the purple color, like we have the number 18 in the second position, but it is here in the 5th position. So you can see the matches in the input box and at all output boxes. The wave is split into two colors, where the light green represents the numbers which were matched and also drawn in the right order. So this is the amount of matches from the past to the end where the compare is filled, and the numbers which were only matched but not drawn in the right order are marked by the dark green color, so it represents the waves and the amount of matches. So these are these two different, or let's say three things, and the most important thing is that you can also compare the future predictions, which before wasn't possible. Finally, there is a new function in the compare called sorter, which will not be part of this video tutorial, but just to let you know that these red triangles are comments where are the sorted numbers from the sorter function, which is also initiated directly after clicking the compare button. So then I scroll down and we discussed all these things. They are explained here step by step, and all details are then in the chapter 5.5 compare, so you can jump directly here, or you can go from the chapter 5 buttons, and here is the compare. If I extend it, there is also the sorter, which is not part of this tutorial, and I click the compare. And before I jump into the details, now I'll go directly to Gin to show how to activate the compare function and to see it in the real performance. So I go to Gene 2.3, you can see the interface, and at first we should start the first generation. So let's click the activation. Let's make the primary setting. So we select fantasify the lottery with only one drawing machine. To make it easier, generator number 2, and just to be able to make comparisons, let's make it just by average. We will put there only 2 predictions and 3 preview slots. So let's print the interface, and you can see we have the 3 results will be printed. This is the lottery with one drawing machine, and it's now printing the interface, where we have at first the filter, and the tutorial was done for that. Then the second input box is for twister, and the third one, which I will now explain, is the input box where we enter the previous drawn numbers, and then we can compare the new drawn numbers with the predictions we get from the gene. So now here it is, you can see the input box. Here is the field for the previous drawn numbers, and then there is a compare column for the all F columns for the future lots. It is the first prediction, and then there are further predictions from P1 to Pn, and it's relevant for all output boxes, where we printed 3 of them plus the monitoring box. So we have in total 4 output boxes right here. So let's start the generation. I prepared in advance the last drawn numbers, so I enter them directly into the output box, just like numbers, and we are ready to start the generation. So now the gene is running, it's getting some speed and some best results. And when you leave it to run, you can use the compare and to see what are the results you got, to see if you can stop the gene or run it for a longer time. At this moment, when the generation is running, the compare is disabled and you cannot use it. The compare is available only after ending the generation. So if you pause the generation, nothing is running here, then it's still not enabled. So I can run it, I can start also some monitoring, so we can see also the red snake here. I can stop it, and when I end it, then the compare is accessible, and by left mouse click just initiate the compare. And you can see, as I described before, there are numbers which are matched and not drawn in the right order by the purple, and we got a numbers drawn and matched in the right order, like number 2, and we can look, and the number 2 in the position, it should be 3rd position, so that's right here, for example. So that's what we have, and at this moment we are just before buying the ticket, so we do not know the new drawn numbers. So at this moment we are not using the compare fields, and we just look for the waves, and we can see, yeah, that looks good. So we can continue with the generation using the transfer, and let's start and continue. And you can see that the compare is again disabled. What I didn't do is that I didn't clear the fields, so when it will be updated, this wave, you can see now it's changed, but the wave is still here. But that's easy trick to correct it when we click again the compare. So when we get into phase that we are in front of buying the ticket, so we should finish the generation. So at this moment we end the generation and we click compare again, and everything is refreshed and updated. So at this moment the best result has 2 matches, then 3 matches and 3 matches. In the second previous drawing it has one number in the right order, it's number 18, it's the 4th position, and it is here in the 4th position, and other 2 numbers are only matched. So why to use the compare before buying the ticket? Because we got the best results, number 3, 4 and 5, the latest best results, and the 5th result is best of them. But we can also look, if I make it a little bit smaller, we can look for the all results, and we can change our mind and to select maybe the result number 4, because the trend looks more optimistic than with the result number 5. So it has growing tendency, and this tendency is just straightforward. So based on that, when we finish the generation, we can then save the generation and wait until the new numbers are drawn. If I click the right mouse click, then I will clear all the fields. So you can always update it and click left mouse click and right mouse click, it's cleared. But you can notice also that there are here these orange rectangles which are the comments, and they are showing the sorted numbers, and this will not be discussed here. And when I clean it, right mouse click, everything disappears, so it's really clean. So when I get new numbers, let's say we got some numbers, so I fill it what was drawn, and I can put it here, and let's say, and after that I click compare, and you can see we got a new comparison, and we see that for the result number 5 we got 5 matches. None of them are in the right order, but all matched, so it counts. And if the fields are not filled in, it's not compared, so it just stays as it is. We got also 2 matches for the result number 4 and no matches for result number 3. So this is the easy way how to use the compare and how to evaluate the results quickly. And now you have 2 options. You can keep, if you like it, you can keep the whole gene, you can save it, and you can use the future predictions like P1 and P2 for your lottery ticket. So that's one way. The second is that you just do not want this generation and you want to start over, so you will start again. But in the first scenario, if I want to use this P1 and P2, so then I will wait for new numbers, so I don't need to use the gene for some days, and I fill in the numbers. And let's say we got new numbers, and we got like something like that. And if I start the generation or compare, I mean, so now the numbers are compared. At this moment you can see that we got again 4 matches, and 3 of them are in the right order, like 1, 33 and 19 right here, so they are in the same position. And for the third result there are no matches, and the fourth we just got 1 match. So it looks very optimistic here, but just I wrote it just to make some results here, so I saw these numbers here. So that's only for this tutorial. And then if you can leave it empty, or you can use it and then you can again fill the C2 column and to make a new comparison or start the new generation. So that's how it works and how you can use it easily after your generation. And now I like to go back to the gene and to add some more information. So just to realize, if the order is not selected, so we do not care about the order in the numbers. I mean this, it's in the video tutorial where called chaos and order. So this was not selected in this case, and if this is the case, then the amount of matches in the wave equals to number of hits. So we have 1 match, 2 and 3, and the number of hits is relevant to the wave. But if the order is matched, or here it's checked like this, then the amount of hits is relevant only to amount of numbers matched in the right order. So let's say we have number 1 here, it's the number 5, then is 0 matches, even we have 2 matches but not drawn in the right order, and 3 and 7 are 2 numbers, so we have 1, 0, 2. And that's how to see the difference between chaos and order in the compare function. This all we discussed before, so I can just scroll down. You can see that you can still fill it in, and then the wave is extended. Just remember the difference between Gene 2.2 and 2.3 is that to clean the fields we used the double click, but now I am using the right mouse click to clean the fields. Then good to know is that when you start the compare function, the compare in the status bar, it's showing if the compare is running, compare finished, or compare cleaning finished. So let's just see this in this real time. So if and you can look just here, if I click it, so compare running finished, and if I make the right mouse click, it's compare cleaning finished. So it's pretty fast, but there is some small difference, and I'll show it in the user guide. So if the amount of numbers that should be compared is bigger than 500,000, you will see in the status bar also the progress in percentage, and then it shows the amount of numbers which were compared, and the last number is total amount of numbers that should be compared. And the same is valid for the cleaning operation. So there is the percentage, amount of numbers cleaned, and then amount of total numbers to be cleaned, and the percentage is growing from 0 to 100. And when you use this compare and you have really a lot of output boxes and a lot of numbers to check, I recommend do not touch the screen and the interface, because it can freeze and the progress will stay on some numbers. But do not worry, just give it time to it, and after some time it will show that the compare or the cleaning operation is finished after it freezes. So don't worry, because it's heavily calculating and you can just wait. Finally, if we speak about using the compare, do not change the lottery parameters and do not change the gene parameters. What I mean by that is that do not touch these fields and also these fields, because the compare function is not related to the generation, and it's taking the interface and the parameters directly from these cells. So it's independent from the generation, and it can work after directly opening the gene and no activation or initialization is needed. So that's basically, I can just check. So this is one thing or a remark, because if you do and change something, you get really messy results and you will not be able to use them. Finally, there is the sorter, and you can see, but as I said, it will be in the next video tutorial. And I am at the end of the Camper tutorial, and before we finish, I'd like to point out that I use the Camper after every new generation because it helps me to pick up the best numbers for my lottery ticket, and I recommend you to do it in the same way like I do. Thank you for watching and sparing your time, and see you in the next upcoming video tutorial related to sorter, which is also part of this Camper function, but as I said, I'd rather to do it in the separate video. Until that, have a great time and goodbye.